Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, episode 155. This is a space where you receive the message that you need to hear most right now. And my name is Anisha. I have a background in psychology, and I am currently working as an aligned life coach and a mindfulness meditation teacher. So, this is a little bit about me. And I would love to know about you, like which part of the world you're joining us from. And is this your first time here? So feel free to share that in the comments. And until you do so, let me share a little bit about what we do here in these lives. So, we usually start with a meditation of around 15 to 20 minutes. Hello, Jessie. And Jessie is joining us from New Jersey, USA, and it is her first time here. Welcome. I am so glad that this was going on your screen when you opened Insight Timer. And I hope that you received something of value from this live, Jessie. Thank you for spending your time with me. So, and okay, Caitlin is here. Welcome back, Caitlin. And she says, ooh, roll call from Hudson Valley, New York. She is joining us all. Thank you for being here, Caitlin. Okay. Hmm. So, continuing with the overview of this live. So, we start with a meditation, and then once we're feeling more centered, more open, then we move on to phase two of this live, which is about receiving that message that wants to enter our life and guide us. And how we do that is we have a wheel of wisdom. And on that wheel, there are names of so many transformational books that I have came across in my own journey. So we spin the wheel and the universe, God, divine, source, higher self, spirit, whatever you think is here with you when we spin the wheel, it randomly picks a book for us, and then we play a game where I ask you guys to pick a number, and then we do a reading based on that. So, this is a very quick overview of what we do here. I will share more details when we get to each part. But for right now, I would love to know that are you guys ready for a meditation, which is going to be based upon today's Insight Timer quote. So, are you guys settled in a quiet place or wherever you would like to meditate? And if you are, you can type ready in the comments to let me know, and we will begin with the meditation for today. And let me also type in a message in the comments for those who will be joining us during the meditation. Okay, just a second. Okay, we have posted the message and hello Ursula. Ursula says she is joining us from Northeast Ohio, USA. Good morning. Good morning, Ursula, and thank you for spending your precious time with me. And she is ready for meditation. Wonderful. And Caitlin is ready. Blake says hello, Anisha, and Blake is ready as well. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to take a sip of water and then we will begin. Oh, hello, Kathleen. Welcome back here again. And she is ready as well. Okay, wonderful. So begin by coming into a comfortable position. You can choose to stand, sit, or lie down, whatever your body needs right now. As your body begins to settle into this posture, allow your eyes to get heavy. Feel your eyelids getting heavier and heavier until your eyes close completely. Letting go of the outside world and arriving within. As you arrive here, rest your awareness on your breath, noticing the air flowing in and out. Feel your body getting more and more relaxed with each breath, feel your mind settling with each breath and feel yourself being supported by the ground beneath you. So, as this ground hold you, let go of any worries from your mind and any tension from your muscles down into the ground. Feeling yourself fully relaxed. And as you rest here, feel yourself drifting deeper and deeper into an even more relaxed state. And now that you are fully and completely relaxed, let's begin with today's meditation. Today's meditation is inspired by a powerful teaching from the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. The quote for today's meditation is: make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. This wisdom speaks deeply to anyone who feels frustrated, disappointed, or heavy about how things have unfolded this year, especially if you set goals, tried your best, and still you didn't arrive where you hoped to be. Many of us at this time of the year carry this quiet self judgment when the outcomes don't match our expectations or our plans. We blame ourselves for the outcomes that were never fully ours to control. This teaching invites a softer kind of strength, a strength that comes from doing what you can wholeheartedly and releasing what was never yours to carry, what was never yours to manage. Your efforts, your intentions, your thoughts, and your choice. These are the things that are within your power. But the timing, other people, the results that you get, and the circumstances, these are a part of life's unfolding. And when we confuse these two things, when we confuse these two things, we suffer. Peace doesn't come from controlling life. Peace comes from showing up fully and letting life unfold without turning every outcome into a verdict of your own worth or capability. So, as you let these words sink in, as you invite these seeds of wisdom to be planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, now we are going to move to nourishing these seeds through affirmations. So, in a moment from now, I am going to share certain affirmations with you, and I will repeat each affirmation 3 times. For the first 2 times, simply allow those words to gently land, and on the third time, if you feel called, then you are invited to gently repeat those affirmations after me, either in your mind or out loud. So let's begin. You can accept life to be exactly as it is. You are learning to accept life exactly as it is. I accept life to be exactly as it is. You can allow yourself to acknowledge what you showed up for. You are beginning to acknowledge your own efforts. acknowledge my own efforts. You are learning to honor the lessons of this season. You are beginning to honor the lessons of this season. I honor the lessons of this season. It's okay to accept where you are without any resistance. You are learning to accept where you are without any resistance. I accept where I am without any resistance. You are beginning to trust the timing of your life. You can trust the timing of your life. I trust the timing of my life. You are allowing things to arrive in their own way. You can allow things to arrive in their own way. I allow things to arrive in their own way. unnecessary worry. You are beginning to let go of the unnecessary worry. I let go of the unnecessary worries. You are doing your best with what you have. You are doing your best with what you have. I am doing my best with what I have. You are learning to focus only on what is within your control. You are beginning to focus only on the things that are in your control. I focus on the things that are within my control. You are allowed to release the weight of everything outside of your control. You are beginning to release the weight of what is not in your control. I release everything that is outside of my control. You are worthy despite of the results. You are worthy despite of the results that you get. I am worthy despite the results. You are learning to trust yourself in all situations. You are learning to trust yourself in all situations. I trust myself in all situations. You are beginning to move forward with calm confidence. You move forward with calm confidence. I move forward with calm confidence. You did great. And now that we have planted these seeds of wisdom, know that each time you repeat these affirmations, you would be nourishing these seeds so they can grow faster and stronger into in your subconscious mind and eventually bear fruits in your life. So, with that knowing, allow yourself to come back to your body, noticing the effects of this practice. And when you feel ready, gently begin to wake up your body by wiggling your toes and your fingers, and in your own time, gently open your eyes, arriving back in this space. Welcome back. If you guys feel called to share your experience of the practice, you're welcome to do that in the comments. And if you don't feel like typing yet, that's perfectly alright. And I see that some new people have joined us while we were meditating. So, a warm welcome to you all in this space. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. And in case you guys missed the meditation, I will share towards the end of this live where you can find the meditation. But for now, we are going to go through the comments and then we are going to move on to receive the message that we need to hear most at this point of our life. Okay, Kathleen says, thank you, Anisha. That was so healing. It was like a soothing balm to my soul. Oh, that is so sweet. I am so happy that it touched you in that manner, Kathleen. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, guys. So now let me show you guys our wheel of wisdom that we are going to use to receive the message that we need to hear most at this point in our life. I felt like today's quote was like perfect timing because I've been thinking about writing this post to my mailing list on, or especially for people who haven't achieved their goals this year. And I was going to go with this concept, and then this meditation fall in my lap today. So I am now very happy because I'm thinking of pairing that post with this meditation. Okay. um, Mevornin. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, you can correct me. But Mevornin says, first time with you. You are such a beautiful soul. Thank you for the offering. Very calming, reassuring, and beautiful way to integrate this teaching. I am so happy that, you had a pleasant experience during the meditation, Mevornin, and that you like this kind of integration. We have been, doing this for a while now, and I love doing this, to really soak in the wisdom that universe delivers us right in front of us. It is right in front of us, and sometimes we ignore it or we really tap very soon on Insight Timer app so that the code goes away and we are just going through the content. But I like that it gives us a moment to pause and reflect. So thank you for sharing your experience, dear. Okay, so yeah, okay, so about the wheel. So, my lovely ones, this is our wheel of wisdom. And as you can see, this wheel contains the name of 51 transformative books that I have came across in my own journey of healing and personal growth. So now what we're going to do is we are going to set an intention and then we will spin the wheel so that the universe can deliver the right book for all of us. So, for the intention part, I invite you guys to take a moment to either ask yourself or ask the universe, God, divine, source, angels, ancestors, whatever you feel is guiding you, that what do I need to hear today? Or what do I need to hear right now as this year is ending? Whatever, whichever question resonates most with you. And then either hold the question or the answer that came up for you in your awareness as we spin this wheel. So, the book that came for all of us is Mindfulness on the Go. Discover how to be mindful wherever you are by Anna Black. So let's see how we can bring in more presence into our life and how we can feel even more alive, even more present with our life. Okay, this book comes up a lot for some reason. Okay, give me a second to open the book. Mm. So, this is the book, and what we are going to do now is I'm going to pick some numbers for a game that we are going to play together, and then we are going to receive the reading for today. Give me a second to pick some numbers. Okay. So, my dear ones, the instructions for this game is in a moment from now, I am going to ask you all to pick a number between certain numbers, okay? And I do not want you guys to rush. Instead, take your time and see which number is coming up for you. Share that number in the comments, and then I will go through all your comments and pick one that my intuition is feeling called to. So let's tap into our collective wisdom and receive the message that we all need to hear right now. So pick a number between 33 to 155. Pablo says, a blessing to have people like yourself on the journey back to the source. Thank you for being you. That is so, so kind. Thank you so much for this lovely comment, Pablo. And I appreciate you and thank you for being you. Okay, so we have some numbers. Thank you, Mary, Ursula, Renee, Rish, Wendy, Coach, Violet, Sadie, Carlota, Barb, Mevornan, Pablo. Oh, we have a lot of new people here today. Oh, I love this. Thank you, Beatrice. Dear Beatrice, can you choose a number between 33 to 155, please? Okay. And what I see here is there is a number that has been repeated twice. Um, okay, thank you, Beatrice, and thank you, Ursula. And the number that has came up twice is 77, and that number was chosen by Renee and Carlota. Um, so since we have a double number, I'm going with that because if it came up twice, I'm assuming that something from this page really wants to come up. So let's see what wants to come up for all of us from page number 77. So what I have done is, as I was reading these books, I highlighted the insightful paragraphs or the transformative practices from these books. So I'm going to read the highlighted section from this book. Okay, it is a beautiful practice that came up. So instead of a message, there is a practice that came up, and um, yeah, let me read it out to you. So there is like a paragraph, and then there is the practice, and maybe we can practice it together if you want, or I can just share with you, and you can practice it in your own time, whatever you guys prefer. So the heading for this is opening to sounds. We can't always control the sounds around us, and although some may be pleasant, there will probably be some that are not. Drilling outside your window, a nosy neighbor's constant partying, which we are going to hear a lot of since the new year is coming. But yeah, okay, whatever the reason, unwanted noise can have a detrimental effect on us physically and mentally. But it is often the story we create around the noise that causes more suffering than the noise itself. Making sounds the focus in meditation is one way we can practice being with all sounds. That is changing our relationship. So, changing our relationship with them so we can allow them to be there, even the ones we don't like. And this concept can be, I guess, applied to anything. There are always things in our life itself, just as we talked about in the meditation, that we like and that we don't. Some things that we want to get rid of, something that we don't want in our life, but it is there. So, what the author is kind of hinting at us is to change our relationship with it. And with the sound thing, it usually happens with meditation. So, when you are sitting in meditation and you would like a quiet space to yourself, and then there is someone talking around, there is some construction going on, or there's some other form of sound, we sometimes get irritated that I really wanted this quiet time to myself. And that's when a practice that is suggested with that obstacle to meditation is that make the obstacle the focus of your practice. So instead of focusing on your breath, you can focus on your sounds. And this can be applied to any obstacle in your life. So whatever you are facing, make that thing as think of that thing as a way to practice a skill, practice a way of being, practice being whoever you want to be, being your best self in that situation. So you can use that obstacle and turn it into an opportunity to practice, turn it into the focus of your meditation. So the practice that the author is suggesting is not to read out the whole practice, but or maybe okay, would you guys mm, be interested in doing a little practice, or would you guys like if I just share with you what the practice it is and you can do it on your own time? So should we do the practice or should I just share the practice? You guys can vote in the comments to let me know. Okay, Susie says do it together would be lovely. Okay, Renee says do. Okay, Rish also wants. Okay, then we will. Yeah, I just want because we will be doing it together, so I wanted people to be on board with it. Okay, guys, then let's do it. Okay, Carlota also votes for let's practice. Beautiful, wonderful. I love it because we have all these tools and we forget to practice it, but it's important to do it, to practice it, to feel the change. So, yeah, let's do it. Okay. So, arrive wherever you are and get a little bit more comfortable. If you need, you can shift your posture, roll your shoulders back, close your eyes if it helps you focus on the sounds. And now take a deep breath in through your nose and out, allowing yourself to settle in this moment. And now expand your awareness to include the sounds that come your way. They can be any sounds, the sounds far away, the sounds close to you in your room, or even the sounds that are coming from within, like the sound of your breath or your clothes touching each other when you move. So just allow yourself to be open to receiving all these sounds around you and within you. And now notice when a sound is judged to be good, bad, or neutral. So notice when you receive any of these sounds, do you feel a subtle judgment with it? Like it is a pleasant sound or it is noise, or perhaps it is simply neutral and there is no judgment attached to it. So, for the next few moments, simply be curious about how your body receives these sounds, the impact of each sound on your body. And now notice if you have created any story around a sound, like this is the sound of this particular thing, and this happens every time I do this, or whatever the story is. So notice if you are attaching a label, a story, or any other such thing with a sound. And if you notice that you have attached a story or a judgment or a label to a sound, then simply acknowledge it and let it go, and come back to the practice of noticing the raw sounds. Just a few more moments. And now, when you feel ready, take a deep breath in through your nose and a slow breath out through your mouth. If your eyes were closed, you can open them and arrive back in the space. Now that you have noticed the sounds, did you experience that you are now more present or more aware to the sounds around you compared to when you started this practice? Is that is this an experience for you? Like, do you relate to this experience? Or maybe when you took the final deep breath, you might have been more aware of the sound of your breath compared to when you did that initial deep breath. So that was the things that got highlighted for me. So that is what I'm sharing with you guys. And if let me know if that is the same experience for you, if you notice something else, if you're feeling any differently after the practice. So yeah, feel free to drop in your experience of the practice. Um Eve says, hello, Anisha and everyone. Same Eve, different profile picture. Thank you for letting us know. And welcome back here, Eve. Um, I cannot see it fully because it is pretty small for me, but I am sure it would be a beautiful picture. And I'm glad that you love these practices. Oh, okay, it is your dog. Oh, amazing. Yeah, it is like pretty, very, very small for me. And I was like, either it is a dog or it looks like, a cliff and then there is this ocean. So, yeah, different interpretation of the same picture. Um, yeah, yeah, okay. Sadie says, my dog is barking very loudly during this. It is so irritating. Then then I realized that she would benefit from a walk on the beach in the snow. This is so meditative to me. Still, that is a judgment. Once I just sat and listened. She is now calm in my lap, making sweetest sounds. Oh, I love that. That is so, so, so beautiful. Such a turn that this took for you, Sadie. And yeah, just like Sadie showed, the sound of dog barking, no matter how much you love them, sometimes it can be irritating, especially when you're trying to do the work. And you can use that as a medium, as a focus of your meditation. And I hope that you had a beautiful walk, Sadie. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, okay. Yes, ocean is where we are. Oh, beautiful. A lot of beaches and oceans here. Love that. Love that. Okay. So, yeah, I got some part of it correct, I guess, Eve. Okay. So, now let us do another reading, and maybe this time a message will come up. We have been doing a lot of practice, which I absolutely love doing because I feel like, we don't actually do the things, and unless we do them, we don't have a transformative experience. We don't get to bring a change to our life. It doesn't happen here, it happens when we do things. So I am glad that you guys voted for the practice. I always really wish that we do more of practice. Okay. Now, again, if anyone new joined us, for our next spin, I invite you to ask yourself or the universe, what do I need today? And hold that in your awareness. Okay, a lot of mindfulness is coming up, but this time it is paired with compassion. So the name of the book that came for all of us is The Mindful Path to Self-Compassion. Freeing yourself from destructive thoughts and emotions. And this book has been written by Christopher K. Germer. So, I guess we all can use some compassion, especially when the year is coming to end. Sometimes we can be very harsh when we look back and things haven't gone the way that we wanted them to go. Then, yeah, self compassion can be really a very, very useful buddy. Okay, so let me open the book and choose some numbers. And until I do so, in case you have been enjoying this live and in case you want to support me and you want to make a contribution to keep the space going, you're welcome to make a donation of whatever amount that you feel called to. And if you don't want to, or if you can't, that's perfectly all right as well. But know that every donation that you guys make goes towards taking out time to do these lives and also to create a lot of free resources that I have. And you can check those on my profile. So, yeah. Okay, let me open the book. Okay, so for this one, thank you so much, Mavernin and Sadie, for this kind donation. I so appreciate and I'm so happy that something from this space touched you. And know that this donation, this kind gift is going to create a lot more, ripple of joy and happiness in the life of other people. So thank you. Yeah, so I was saying that so what I have, I actually have the book, but I also have the notes from this book. And for this one, for some reason, I'm feeling more called towards the notes. And with the notes, what I do is that instead of asking you guys to pick a number, I close my eyes, I scroll through the notes until I feel like this is the section that everyone needs to hear from, and I read out to you guys. So even though I have the book, I'm feeling more called towards the notes. So let me know if you guys are okay with that. Like, we won't be playing a game of numbers with this one. So, are you guys okay? Should we go with the notes or do you want the book only? Okay, so we have some hearts. I'm taking that as a yes. Okay, so let me open the notes and see. Okay, thank you guys for your permission. Thank you, Bob and Sadie, for your votes. Okay. Yeah, I do not want to defy my intuition because that's what we do here. Okay, so these are kind of my notes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes and scroll and see what wants to come through for all of us. Okay, so okay, guys, what came up was this mindfulness of sounds. We just did that practice. Okay, I don't know if there's something in addition that the universe wants us to know. And this book has a lot of stuff on compassion, but still. So, guys, if anyone didn't do the mindfulness of sounds with us, who joined late, I would invite you to revisit this recording and do it. Because maybe this message is for someone who missed it. My warden says, love it. Yeah, me too. Okay, give me a second to see if there is any addition to that. Hmm. No, it just seems like, pretty much it, like a different version, but yeah, it is pretty much it. Okay, one more scroll. Let's see. Maybe the universe wants us to know that, it is here with us. I don't know what this magic means. Okay, so the reading that came up for us is okay. Give me a second to find the start of it. Yeah, so we got another practice, guys. We are getting a lot of practices today, and this practice is mindfulness of body sensations. So, do you guys want to do another practice? Should I read out to you, or should we do another spin? Or, yeah, too many options. Okay. Should we do another practice, or should we go for a message? You guys can vote in the comments. Huh. So, yeah, practice, or do you guys want a message? Okay, Mevernin would like a message. Mary says a message. Yeah, I was assuming that because we have been doing a lot of practice. So our mind is like, okay, let me chill now. Okay, then let us spin again then. Okay. Thank you, Sadie, for the vote. My mind is like, not a mindfulness book, not a mindfulness book. And I guess we get a mindfulness book. I should shuffle this. I don't know. So, the book that came up for us is The Mindful Day by Laurie J. Cameron. I promise you guys, there are other books other than mindfulness on this. We have gotten a lot of other books, but today we are getting mindfulness. So let's go with that. Maybe a message would come up from this book. Who knows? Let me go with what the universe really wants us to hear. So let me give you some numbers to choose from. Okay. So, my dear ones, I invite you to pick a number between 57 to 197. Here you go. And again, no need to rush, just pick a number that you're feeling most called to, and I will pick a number randomly. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Sadie. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Mevornan. Thank you, Carlota. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Stack. Thank you, Ursula. Okay, 63 came for you as well. And that was the first number that came up. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Patty. Then let's go with 63. If that is coming up for two people, then I'm going to trust that. Let's see what is on page number 63. Okay. Oh, okay. So the chapter, the name of the chapter is Wave Goodbye. Be aware of simple moments for generous connection. I love this. Like this, heading coming up at the end of the year. So wave goodbye. So there is a quote there, and that quote is by Mark Nepo, who is a poet and philosopher. So the quote is, our challenge each day is not to get dressed to face the world, but to unglove ourselves so that the doorknob feels cold and the car handle feels wet and the kiss goodbye feels like the lips of another being, soft and repeatable. So that was the quote. And the practice that is here for us is be intentional, bring purpose and attention to the act of separating from family, friends, or acquaintances. Take a breath. Remind yourself of the significance of the moment and connecting to the love in your heart. This reminds me of a practice that I have in one of my courses on Insight Timer, where I invite, the listeners to meet each moment as if it is going to be your last moment. So if you're going to even, take a bath today, then take a bath as if this is the last time you're ever going to take a bath in your life. And that is a very simple, simple thing to apply this practice to. But it is even more beautiful to apply it when we are interacting with our loved ones and imagining that this is the last time that we are going to interact with them in this, in this or in any manner. And it can be true. Of course, it feels scary, but it is also a part of truth. We never know what can happen. And sometimes for some people, this can become a biggest regret that, the last talk that I had, the last words that I said, I really didn't want to say that to that person. So, bringing that intention into your daily interactions whenever you leave a place, whenever you leave your home, imagining that this is the last time I'm seeing my home, you know, or this is the last time I am leaving this my office, or seeing this person, seeing my colleague, my friend, and that can really help us bring into the moment. Like it can be a um, uh, very shaky. I don't know the English word, but yeah, it can be like that someone shook us up. This prompt can feel like that, but this has the capacity to quickly bring us into the moment, into that interaction, and into our bodies rather than being lost in our own world. So, um, and other ways we can practice this is if you are taking off, hold your focus on the people you are leaving behind with hand waves until you are out of sight. Send them off. If you are sending off someone else, walk them to the door, see them to the car, and remain standing in the place while they depart. Don't start walking away until they are out of sight. And the last practice, so once we have used this prompt to become present, to really be there, to really witness this person, see this object or place or whatever it is that is around you or in front of you, then you can also add another practice to this, which is wave with warm eyes and an open heart. So to integrate this compassion into your, goodbyes, you can send a thought of loving kindness as they leave, saying silently or even out loud that may you be well, may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy. So this this is like a lot of practices joined into one beautiful practice. So so as you know, this is an invitation or a challenge for you guys that as you leave someone today, give this a try. Ask yourself, what if this is the last time I'm seeing this person? Or and then send them a wish of loving kindness, not out of fear, but out of an open heart. And if that prompt actually brings in a lot of fear, then just set an intention instead of that prompt that I want to be more present when I interact with people. So you can use that instead of, using that prompt, whatever works for you. And yeah, and maybe, as you wrap this year, maybe saying goodbye to your old self, maybe drawing her out or him out or them out, and, or maybe just looking in the mirror and saying goodbye and wishing this version of you well, thanking her for, going on for all that she endured or he endured. I'm talking in, she because I'm a female, so that's why. But yeah, whatever she has gone through and not giving up, the strength that she has shown and everything, and just saying goodbye to her and wishing her well and being, expressing gratitude or whatever else come up for you. That is another practice that came up in my mind as I was reading that paragraph that's saying goodbye to this version of you. And maybe not totally, maybe carrying the things that still serves you and just dropping the things that don't serve you anymore. Maybe they served you at some point, but now they don't anymore. So yeah, that's all that came up for me. And let me know if it resonated, especially with the people whose number I chose, Helena and Ursula, and anyone else also. You guys can share your experience or whatever is coming up for you. Caitlin says, "Hey, been listening in. When we got mindfulness of sounds again, I quickly checked my daily messages oracle envelope. I got rejoice, three of cups, and white buffalo calf women. Wowza, powerful. But the message from Rejoice is fitting to what you just shared about living as if it's the last time. Rejoice with gratitude, elation, and delight for each day you are given on this enchanting, glorious earth." I love that. Thank you, Caitlin, for, drawing this beautiful assembly of cards for all of us and sharing that message from the Rejoice card. Ursula says, "Amazing beyond words" was exactly what I needed to hear. That makes me so, so happy, Ursula, that you received the message that you needed most right now. Thank you for sharing that, dear. Caitlin says, "Three of Cups means to rejoice and celebrate, especially in community. And White Buffalo Calf Women is all about abundance and fullness of life." Thank you so much for this session, Anisha. Thank you, Caitlin, for sharing all these lovely messages. And yeah, we have 108 friends in this, space in this community here right now. Beautiful. Just the perfect way to wrap this. Helen says, "That was lovely and resonated with my intention to be more present and not take people and experiences for granted." Oh, I love that. That how both of the readings resonated with your intention. That is amazing. Thank you, Helen, for sharing that. And I hope that you remember to live by these intentions as the at most, hardest moments, and that they bring you a lot of what you want more of in your life. Silverback says, "Hey Anisha, good morning." Good morning, Silverback. And he says, "Your hair is gorgeous." Thank you. Thank you, Sarah, for this kind gift. I am so happy that the beautiful messages or the space or the people here touched you in some way and you decided to share your love with all of us here. Thank you. Um, and before I move on to the next, reading, sorry, the next comment, sorry, the more readings, I wanted to share two resources with you before I forget that are around what we have touched upon today. So if you want to really dive into them, I have the first resource that I wanted to share with you regarding the first reading and, about not labeling anything as good or bad. And also the meditation for today, which was around if you haven't achieved your goals this year. I wanted to share this course with you. And the name of the course is The Art of Acceptance, Finding Peace When Life Doesn't Go Your Way. So, in this, I have actually guided you step by step to do certain exercises with me so that you can, move through a difficult situation or whatever, you are having a hard time accepting. So, yeah, if you want, you can save this. And the second thing that I wanted to share was the course in which I shared that prompt that you know, experience or be there with that thing as if it is your last time. So I wanted to share that with you. And the course in which I shared that was, yeah, this one. So, and the name of the course is The Art of Noticing. And this basically help you feel more alive in your life, be more present, be more, you know, like actually notice the joy, the peace that is already here around you. So, yeah, these were the two resources I wanted to share regarding the readings and messages that came up. And now let me go through a comment that I missed. So, Sadie says, Caitlin, thank you for adding rejoice. I have lost 13 close family members in 7 years, starting with my husband. Goodbyes are endless these days. I can turn it to rejoicing and saying goodbye. When I lost my husband, I soared with joy for having loved him so deeply. Thank you, Sadie, for sharing that, with all of us. And oh my goodness, the strength that you have and the mindset and the perspective you have shared with all of us. I'm sure that, it must have touched you. It must have touched a lot of people to hear you say all of these things. And it might have given them a way to actually look at things a little bit differently or actually to savor the times, the good memories with that person. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of strength and healing and joy and whatever it is that you need, dear. Merry Christmas to you as well, Silverback, and in advance, a Happy New Year. Um, okay, so guys, it is time to wrap this live, and yeah, and before I do so, I wanted to share with you guys that in case you want to dive deeper into, any of the other things that I offer, that I want to let you know where you can find them, especially if you're new to me. I would just take a moment to share with you where you can find them and you can explore them at your own time. So, if you're new, you can go to my profile on Inside Timer, which is Anisha Maheshwari. And if you have, you know, missed this live, then I want to let you know that I actually record this whole live. Or if you want to go through the meditation that we did, then you can go to my profile, go to the About section there, scroll all the way down, and here at the bottom, you will see this, and here you will find this particular live and all the previous ones we have done. So, this is our 155th live. So, this is episode number 155, and we started this January of this year. So, yeah, I am so happy that I have spent so many moments with you all. And, and also, I also have my other offerings here. So, you can check this out and you will find, a lot of my other offerings, a lot of free gifts, and, some other things. Yeah, you can check them out, and I hope that you will find the things that you are looking for and that you will receive the guidance, the support, or whatever it is that you need right now most. So I guess that's it for this particular live. And let me go through the comments. Sadie says namaste. Namaste, Sadie. Silverback says thank you so much always. Um, Always appreciated, Anisha. Thank you, Silverback. Um, hmm. And Carlota says blessings to you and friends. Happy 2026. I'm grateful for your presence, and so am I. Thank you, Carlota, for joining us. Um, okay, so I see that some people are dropping off, so let me just put my next live here and then I will read the comments because I would love to have each and every one of you in the next live as well. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Silverback, for all your lovely comments. Helen says, "This is my first time with you. You have a you have a beautiful energy. I followed you. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you. I am glad that our paths crossed and you decided to follow along my journey, and I'm going to be honored to be there on yours as well. Um, thank you, Ursula, for this kind donation. I so appreciate your support. And know that all the donations that have come in today are going to help me create more of the resources that will help people to find clarity, to feel reassured, and to feel loved. So, thank you for allowing me to do that. Um, Mavernin says, "Thank you, Goddess. I see you and appreciate you. Many blessings for the new year." That is so sweet. Thank you so much for your lovely presence here, Mavernin. And I'm wishing you, a lot of beautiful things, a lot of miracles in the upcoming year. Ursula says, "Thank you so much. It was a beautiful gift." Thank you, dear Ursula. You are so kind. You're welcome, CJ. Nice to have you here again. Silverback, thank you for all the comments and your support. Um, Silverback says helping our exquisite, dedicated host provide these precious live sessions. Thank you for your help. Okay, guys. So I hope to see you day after tomorrow around the same time. And I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. Take care, my loves. Bye. Namaste.